Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a very special episode today where we're going to talk about the operation of how did it happen, where did it happen, and basically also share a lot of the information that we can be reading and hearing right now in the Israeli media. I also have a very special guest today that's going to join me from Israel, boots on the ground, one of my own reporters. No, she's not my own reporter, but she's someone that all of you might have seen, and I'm sure many of you love her. And she's going to come and give us some insight of what is happening from her side as we talk about the situation in Iran. This is a beautiful piece of art that I just seen. I thought of sharing it. It kind of shows very nicely what the Iranian people are feeling right now, a change of regime and a change of this monstrous occupation that has been going on by Islam on the free people of Iran, and now they're breaking through. Now, history is striking. This is the opening attack. More than 200 airplanes from Israel, 200 only by Israel, have went in a flight corridor straight into the heart of Tehran and Iran to open this opening strike alongside with the American forces that came and helped them in the beginning in the bigger scale, but now they're coming joining even more. The opening strike, as far as we know, was done mostly, well, I'm talking about the assassination of the leadership. And we're going to show you some of the leadership that was taken down in the opening strike was done mostly by Israel, where Americans were focusing on other targets. It was a joint operation, and it makes sense because Israel was more involved in this war already from before in terms of they have the Mossad and they have their agents and they have their intelligence. And it's just probably easier to let Israel do that rather than right now pass that torch to the United States and then risk having some kind of miscommunication. Although I'm sure America is very capable of doing it themselves. Rebecca, once you're ready, just do some handshakes like this. Here we go. That's how you trick. Oh, I wanted you guys to see that. That's how you trick
Hi.
them.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. You wanted me to do it so that people could see it. But it's
Do
fine.
it
There
like
is my
this.
channel. You guys, I danced yesterday. I danced. I was like, I'm dancing on Khamenei's grave. I was having fun. For some reason, it was demonetized by YouTube. I honestly have no idea why. I didn't do anything. I didn't show anything. All I did is like be happy. I was
And
happy.
it,
Okay, the rat is dead. What's wrong with being happy?
and YouTube demonetized that? That's so weird. Here, let's show actually,
I
since you're talking,
know. I don't
let's
think
show
I've seen
some
it.
videos. Guys, this is becoming a trend right now, a global trend. I'm not kidding. Iranians, couples, and just girls or boys are posting themselves doing the Trump dance, the Trump dance from all
Mm-hmm.
around the world celebrating what we saw today or yesterday happening in Iran. Now, before we jump in, Rebecca, I promised the guest here that we're going to go and we're going to show a little bit how this attack happened. So, this is an image showing you the explosion of the building that they believe that Khomeini was staying inside. That attack that happened
Khamenei.
taking Khomeini. I call him Brownie. I was telling Rebecca the other day, we got him, Rebecca, we got Brownie, and she took her like a few minutes to
Because you
understand
wrote
himself.
Mrs. Brownie. And I was like, who is Mrs. Brownie?
Ah, I wrote Mrs. Brownie. Well, spelling.
I think,
Maybe
yeah.
maybe his missus was there as well, but that was not the
If you
target.
wrote Mr. Brownie, I'm like, I know Mr. Brownie. I could have guessed, but
Mr.
like there is
Brownie,
another Mrs. as well. I
Mr.
mean,
Brown
I don't
Pants.
know anyone in Iran who has the same, place in my heart as like the mom of what is his name? Tamimi's mom.
Mm.
The guy in Qatar, his mother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Special
Mm-hmm.
space. I wanna, special place in my heart.
Special place in your heart.
But I don't know anyone in Iran who gets that, who deserves it. So I don't like miss. If it was in Qatar, I would know. But
No, no, no,
miss.
no. We're all aiming for the bad guys. We're not celebrating the fall of our enemies, but in some cases we are quite relieved and even I would say happy that a guy that wanted to destroy and annihilate the entire Jewish nation is gone. And many people in Iran are saying that. As you can see, guys, in the picture here, in the first strike that happened, Israel was able to take the defense minister Aziz Nasir Zadeh. Right after that, Israel also took, that was like the first strike that they went again for the head of the snake to kind of destabilize this entire operation. They took Muhammad Babkur, head of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. These are big, big numbers. We're talking about the leaders of that organization. Ali Shamakahani, Secretary of
Eh,
Defense Council. and Abdul Rahim Masouvi, Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces. Crazy. And we're going to later on talk about how some of the regime spokesmen have been reacting. But Rebecca, you said something?
No, wasn't the fat dude, Ali Shamkhani? Wasn't he the one that was on Pierce Morgan, or am I imagining? Or is it just it, or does it just look exactly the same?
Let's ask. Let's ask. Let's
Because
ask.
I like
Let's
this
ask
fat
Randall.
ugly dude.
I'm gonna
Is
ask
it the
Randall.
same guy?
Was Ali Shamkhani, Ali
Shamkhani.
Shamkhani on Beers?
Is this guy? Is this guy, or am I like is it just like does it just look similar?
Yeah,
I don't. But
I'm asking Randolph here. Let's see. There is no verified mainstream report that Ali Shamkhani
no,
himself
so
sat
it's
for a
not
full
him.
interview. Okay, all right. Then that was probably someone
So it's
else.
not. It just
Randolph
looks
here.
very similar.
Yeah, Randolph here is usually quite on these things. So yes, Israel went and took them on immediately alongside with Khomeini. They did not wait. They went straight for the head of the snake, signaling that this time we're going for the kill. The Israeli Air Force have done miraculous job again. These guys are legends. And one thing also we do know that the reports from the US, there was no casualties for the US combat related, meaning in that attack America did not suffer any casualties because many people were afraid, oh, we're going to get ourselves into another war. American soldiers are going to die. So, no, it was all from the air.
Wait, we only started.
Yeah, hopefully, also, no people were going to die. Now,
I mean, Trump was very much because, like, you know what? Because Trump was like, there will be casualties, there might be, but it's the right thing to do, and I think that's the right way to go
casualties
about
there
it.
were. No, casualties there
Yeah,
were.
no, but he also like there might be like also military. He's like Trump went ahead and said it, and I think like since like the Americans already like he stood up and said it, let's not take it away, like because we don't know. It's not just like we're just in the first day. Let's have some like mental toughness, you know. I don't want to. One thing is like I don't want to jinx it. It all goes great. That's far. Okay. It's incredible. Let's be honest. It's like an amazing operation.
As far as incredible, but yeah, I think every leader should prepare his people by telling them that expect we're going to attack a very evil regime with large amount of weapons and fanatics in Iran and also and I know it's gonna scare some people, but many of them are in New York, many of them are in LA, many of them are in Michigan, in Canada, in Europe. Actually, there was an attack today, right, in Texas.
Have you seen the mayor of New York?
Yeah, he's probably not very happy as well. But you know that there was an attack today. There was an attack today in Texas of an Islamist who went into a bar and started shooting people in Austin. I'm not going to show you the images here, but it was terrible. So I'm pretty sure that more and more of these lone wolves that were allowed to enter the West will start rising their heads now. It was a big thing. Khomeini was a religious, spiritual figure for most of the terrorists on planet Earth. People need to understand that. He was like the head of the snake of global terrorism in a grand scale. So you took him now, you upset a lot of terrorists.
They also work, I also want to say, like, when it comes to terrorism, the Shia Sunni divide, they somehow find a way to mend it. So they worked with ISIS when necessary. They worked with, like, don't think that when it comes to terrorism, like, they're like, oh, let's not work with, like, no. I mean, they cooperate with, to do evil, they cooperate.
No, exactly.
And they also attack each other, but, like, it doesn't.
They have a bigger goal. When it comes to the Islamic Ummah, and they're willing to cooperate sometimes and then keep killing each other. So look at this. So Israel sent the biggest, sorry for cutting Rebecca, they sent the biggest Air Force attack ever in the history of Israel, targeting numerous locations in a surprise attack, creating this beautiful heart shape and going back and forth. Remind you, one of the goals of disabling the anti-aircraft capabilities of Syria was that it doesn't attack Israel, but also that they were able to operate above this area. But 200 fighter jets and 500 targets, hundreds of ammunition that were dropped on the air defense and launching capabilities of Iran, the biggest flight convoy in the history of Israel. This is where the terror regime's command center was in, and that's where they destroyed it, and that's where they got Khomeini. Now, there's a special reason why this, thanks to the Middle East 24 for publishing this post. Now, this is the reason why did they do it, and I'm gonna read for you right now an article from the news that help explain why did they attack, when did they attack, and that's based on Israel right now reporting. So share screen, התהדרות בהישגים בעירה, פצצות ולחצה על טראמפ לתקום. That's the one, I think so. Let's see. Yes. You guys can see this? Yes, you can. Let me move me and Rebecca to the other side. Here we go. Oh man, I feel so talented doing these things. Update. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do English translation for you guys to this image.
Nice.
So we can, this is like Google
This
translation.
is so beautiful.
So Khamenei
Forward
brought,
and meeting, yeah.
yeah, Khamenei brought forward the meeting and was eliminated with 30 bombs. Saudi Arabia pressures Trump to attack. What happened is that Khamenei was arranging to have a meeting, and they moved the meeting all day long between here and there. And when Israel and the US found out that this meeting was about to take place, this was a rare opportunity that the US and Israel were waiting for, arrived on Saturday morning when intelligence officers identified 3 different meetings of senior political and military officials, and about 40 senior and Iranian officers were killed in a broad daylight. Report the supreme leader's meeting with his senior advisor and the anticipated assassination, as well as bin Salman double game. So, from what we know, 2 sources in Iran told Reuters that shortly before the attack of his residence, Iran's supreme leader was in a meeting with his senior advisor Ali Lajani Ali, Khamenei, and other officials at the secured location. The IDF said Khamenei was U.S. president. Was okay. Never mind. This is from English translation. You know what? I'm gonna bring it back to Hebrew. I'm gonna just translate it to you, and it makes sense. The president of the United States confirmed that Khamenei was also one of the ones that died, and he put that in his X, and he wasn't so sure if he survived or not, but apparently he did not survive. So this is the Minister of Defense from Saudi, and they say that he also had some kind of a double game that they played here on the Iranians. I think it's not exactly what they say, and I'm going to explain it later. The people who were taken down were Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader, Ali Shamhani, the Council of Defense, Muhammad Fabkhur, the leader of the RCG, Salah Asadi. They don't have his picture here, which means something. I guess he was quite good in hiding his identity. He was the head of the intelligence of the emergency rooms. Muhammad Shiraz, the head of the intelligence of the military branch. Aziz Nasir Zahda, he was the Minister of Defense. Hussein Ja'bal Amalian, he was the head of Safand. He was the head of the organization that was in charge of building their weapons and ammunition and rockets and etc. Raza Mazfarini, he was pushing for the effort to achieve a nuclear weapon. I'm going to try to put this in English back, and let's see if that's going to be an okay translation. One American source noted that Khamenei was supposed to hold a meeting in the evening in Tehran, but Israel intelligence identified the meeting as taking place on Saturday morning, and the attacks were brought forward. Now, mind you, we're having here right now the 2 most advanced spy agencies in the world combining forces, CIA and America, and it's quite impressive. Probably you don't want to be on the end of a barrel of the CIA and the Mossad coming together. That's a slingshot. You don't want to be aiming at you. According to the Wall Street Journal, Israel and the U.S. military intelligence agencies have been waiting for a long time for this rare opportunity. Syrian and Arab politicals and military leaders holding a meeting where they could all be killed at once. And on Saturday morning, according to Israeli sources, intelligence officials identified not just 1 meeting, but 3, including the one with Khamenei. The moment was so unique. It was written that it was decided to attack in broad daylight. Usually you don't do it in broad daylight, and Israeli plans dropped 30 bombs on Khamenei's residence and leaving it burned and shattered. Now, we heard some report that Israel did that to surprise them because they were expecting a night attack, and the Chinese also were trying to give them intel that Israel's going to attack at night. So part of it could be that this was the reason. Another part could be that this was just a too rare of an opportunity and that makes sense. If you have all of this leadership in one spot, which is becoming a trend, when you look at it, Rebecca, how Israel is taking down these enemies all the time, catching them by surprise when they gather all together. It's kind of making it almost obsolete for military enemies of Israel and America to want to meet. It's just not worth it. If they meet together, they should start moving all their meetings to Zoom, because it looks like, I might be giving some bad guys ideas here, but it looks like every time they gather together and shout Allahu Akbar and burn an American flag, it's just put them a big target. Who? Rebecca, you want to keep reading or should I read?
Oh, me? Is it an exam like when somebody was like, when you drift off and somebody's reading and suddenly
Exactly.
continue from where I stopped? Is it like a Passover situation?
Here, it's over here. It's over here. Do you want to read or should I continue?
Khamenei was unable to evade our intelligence and our most sophisticated surveillance systems, Trump said. In close cooperation with Israel, there was nothing he or the other leaders who were killed with him could have done. Wow, that's a statement.
That's a big
CBS,
statement.
that is a huge statement. CBS reported that so far about 40 senior Iranian officials have been killed in the senior advisor
Shamkhani
American and Israeli attacks. The sentence the sentence does not compute in my head because it's like a compilation error. I got like my brain short circuited.
I know. Tonight, the New York Times put that part of the information about the meeting was the location of Khamenei in the same compound. It was done through the work and cooperation between the Brewer intelligence of both countries, Israel and America. And thanks to that information, the decision was made to start working at that location. Thanks to that intelligence, Israel was able to cut the head of most of the leadership of the Iranian regimes in the first minute of the war. That definitely makes more sense when you read it in Hebrew and not in English, because that translation is not very good. In the Mishmarot HaMapicha, in the Revolutionary Guard, they were threatening to respond with severe, response, but they always do that. Historically, in a response that never have been seen before. So far, they haven't been able to respond almost barely. I mean, they had a few successes here and there, but way, way less than you'd expected. Since, after all, their supreme religious holy leader was taken down, but they're being caught so off guard. And I think that's why it's important to keep pummeling down so they don't get the chance to do it. They said that the assassination of the leader is not going to affect in any way on the advance of their goal, and their combat plans is built in a way that you can still allocate very talented people after the death of the leader. The double game in Washington, the double game of bin Salman. Let's try to put this in English. Let's see if that's going to be. The Washington Post reported that in addition to... The Washington Post reported that in addition... You want to continue this, Rebecca? Or
long story short, there was one thing that bin Salman said behind closed doors, and another that he wanted, that he, by the way, like something we need to say, right? Those press leaks, they are deliberate. People like tell the press whatever they want to be published. So he went and leaked that he's not interested in, he's trying to de-escalate so that Iran wouldn't hit and wouldn't target the oil infrastructure inside of Saudi, but behind closed doors, this is what they leaked to the press. But behind closed doors, right, between him and Trump, he was like, dude, destroy them, get them.
I don't know. I actually think that there's a chance that it was something else. I think that
I also think that this is just as believable as the first round of leaks. They want you to think as something certain. I think that the Saudis are cowards, and I don't believe for a second that he actually tried to encourage Trump to hit.
Exactly. I think they were trying to get him not to do it, and then when it happened, they were asking him, please don't do it from our land because we are not ready to receive all the missiles back like Israel. We don't have defense. Remind you, these totalitarian Muslim regimes, they don't do almost anything to protect their own people. They do everything to protect the leadership who's oppressing the people. So they don't have bomb shelters for people. They don't have Iron Dome around. They care only. It's like a royal guard kind of army. They're not here to invade other armies. They're here literally to keep the power in the rich families and oppress the rest of the nation. So they said, we don't want nothing and please don't operate from our land. That is my theory. But once they saw the overwhelming success of Israel and the United States, and they saw these guys are barely able to shoot back, then they wanted to join the party. Hey, let us join the party. Let us be part of the cool guys and come in with airplanes. That is my theory about what happened there, and not the other way around. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't feel like they were so, you know, promising like they said. But let's read it. The Washington Post reported that in addition to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, another person who persuaded Trump to launch the attack, yeah, sure, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who spoke with the president on the phone several times to promote it, even though publicly supported diplomatic solution. According to the report, bin Salman did say at the end of the conversation with Iranian President Fazullah that his country would not authorize the use of its airspace and territory for attacks. It could be, but his talks with the U.S. officials, he warned that Iran would emerge stronger and more dangerous if the U.S. did not attack the Iranian with a huge military power, and that he's very right about that. If you want to start the job, finish the job. Oh no, Rebecca, this is an alarm, right?
No. It's gonna be like in a. It depends. Sometimes it's like. Wait.
So Rebecca is in Israel, guys.
No. I think it's fine. It's not like it's fine. It's fine. Like the alarm, it's gonna be like. That's just my phone. I don't know what they decided to.
Maybe this is the heads up that they send sometimes.
Like, yeah, I think it's the heads up.
All right.
I mean, it should be the heads up about it. The message was weird. So
if you feel that you need to go, do not hesitate. Just go to the bomb shelter. You can always call us there from the phone.
I only need to go when the alarm, and if there is like a little bit of booms, just for extra conviction.
Only in Israel. I'll tell you, yeah, only if there's a boom. If there's a boom of 2, I will go, but no worries. You know, here in Europe, people will be packing right now their suitcases and moving to another continent. But yes, people are sending you a message here. Don't risk it, and people are very.
No. It's fine. There is nothing. I mean, there's
take no chances. It looks like a lot of people are, care about you, and just want to make sure.
Fine. Don't worry.
That you're fine. All right, so let me know if you need to go, and we will.
I don't.
All right, perfect. The Post noted that bin Salman's brother Khalid, who visited Washington, we're here, guys, last January, delivered a similar message in closed doors meetings and report, emphasizing that Trump was ultimately persuaded to carry out the attack, contrary to his long-standing policy and despite the fact that there was no direct threat from the United States to Iranian territory. According to the Washington Post, bin Salman's double game was likely motivated by his desire to prevent Iranian retaliation against his country. Oil infrastructure sources close to him have admitted that he sees Tehran as Riyadh's ultimate enemy in the region. Sunni-led Saudi Arabia and Shiite-led Iran to have long-standing rivalry. All right. I think that's about it.
You know what? I have like a cultural comment to say here, and okay, I want to hear you because you are like an Arab, and so you tell me what you think about that, okay? So Arabs have a way of speaking where they kind of say everything, and they still they lead you to what they want, but they keep like if you backtrack it, they keep all the options of what they said open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're very wise.
Like he would say all those things like, oh yeah, if you don't attack Iran now, it's going to be stronger. And at the same time, it would be kind of clear from the conversation that he doesn't support the attack in Iran. He can do both.
I don't know if only Arabs do that, but I think a lot of cultures.
I think Arabs are like just do it more naturally because they are so used to being in that cultural context.
So used to khaltura and maskhara.
I think they're so used to situations where they need to like not say what they actually think, like they need to cover their butts a lot. I don't know how to explain
Cover
it.
the 2 6. Yeah, well, it could be
Yeah,
when you come from the Bedouin reality and culture. Before Islam came,
yeah.
it was a Bedouin culture of tribes who were just killing each other, and then Islam basically combined them together, convinced them that they should stop killing one another and go kill someone else, and that's when they went and started killing Christians. That's basically the beginning of Islam. That's how it started. So I think there was a lot of this diplomacy that was integrated into them because over there, like, I don't know if people know, but in many Muslim, especially Bedouin areas, if your child have Down syndrome, do you know what they do to them?
Oh my God.
Have you ever heard that?
Tell us.
They tie them like a goat with a chain to their leg and to a pole in the ground and keep them in the basement. And the reason is because they're afraid that at night, if that child, who could be like 16 already or something like that, will break and run and be caught drooling over a girl from another family or just making noises,
Mm,
then that will ignite. And if you saw that girl naked, God forbid, or something like that, or touched her, then that could ignite, an honor killing battle between these two, because they will kill him and then that family will come and kill them, and that's just not worth it for them. So often I've seen these cases, I'm not kidding, where they got to court and I was asked to go and translate. And the allegation was because Israel found out that this Bedouin family was tying their child to a stick in the ground because he was Down syndrome, and then was trying to convince them this is not how you do it, guys. You just don't. There's other ways. Yeah, but what if he goes and touches a girl from another tribe? Then we have a whole war where both tribes will come to kill one another. So people in the West don't really understand how crazy that mentality is. So over there, yes, there's a lot of things that come inherently when it comes to diplomacy and others, where people might want to come.
no, but people are saying like a Western diplomacy is similar. It's not exactly the same. There is something different there. I kind of Mansoor, help me try to explain like what's the difference between like the American speaking out like from two sides of the mouth versus the Arab style.
Americans are speaking cheeseburgers and Arabs are speaking hummus. It's a whole different language.
That
It's a
doesn't
whole
explain
different
it.
culture. No, so here's the thing. In the Arab world, honor and respect, and I say that quite a lot, is the most important thing. If you're not honored and respect, power and respect, then people will take advantage of you. They see diplomacy as a sign of weakness. If I'm stronger than you, why would I talk to you? I can come and just beat you up and take what's yours. That's literally what they're doing in the Middle East all the time, day and night, for about more 1,600 years. So when they come and meet the West, I'll give you the greatest example. You look at the Syrian migrants in Europe, and there's quite a lot of cases where they're going and touching women and publicly sexually harassing, sexually assaulting, etc. Like, it's becoming a pandemic almost. Every country in Europe that have allowed migrants from Syria and other Muslim countries have had a spike increase in sexual assaults and rape cases, like extremely spike increase. Like, statistics can't lie. It's just overwhelming that you can't even say something else. Maybe it's because TikTok came, Gen Z. No, it's just so clear. Bomb. Arab Muslims came, boom, spike. And the reason, guys, is, you see, if a Muslim Arab guy is walking in Syria and he sees a girl, a neighboring girl, and he dares to go and just touch her in a private part, the family of that girl will go and murder him. Not only murder him, most likely even go and murder his family. So he won't even dare to do that. But
I
then they
love
come to
it. The
Europe.
Syrians sound very the Syrians sound very advanced then.
Syria is a
In
very,
Gaza
very
they killed a
advanced.
woman.
In Gaza, yes, they'll definitely kill the woman for sure.
In Gaza
Oh,
they would kill the woman like on the spot. On the
I,
spot, wherever they
I,
where they're at, that's where they
yeah.
kill her.
If that woman is alone and doesn't have a big family to protect her,
So serious. No, her dad would kill her. I know
yeah,
because I've heard it. Like
that's
I've
also.
heard about. Like I heard real stories.
No, no, you're right. You're right. There is cases
So
like
from
that.
what you're saying, like the Syrians are then super feminist. Like they're feminists
No, no,
if
they're
they're
not. They're not.
killing
No,
them.
no, no. The Syrians are actually worse than the Gazans. Okay, I think we need to
Okay,
differentiate
okay, okay.
between
I love that.
honor killing between families to go into the Sharia court. If you go to the Sharia law, then the verdict will always be towards the man. But honor killing between families, you touch my sister, etc. So then these guys, they
No, they
come.
kill the father kills the woman on the spot. No, no court.
Mhm. So then what happened is these people will come to Europe, And in Europe, they'll go and they'll whistle to a girl, nothing happened. They'll go and touch a girl, and her boyfriend doesn't stab them. And then they see it as like, look at this. They don't care about their women. So what they do is they just completely just let them go crazy, and they see it as a sign of weakness. They say this culture is so weak, so pathetic, that we can do whatever we want to their women and they won't even care. And then you have grooming gangs and all kind of crazy things that are happening because they see the West legal system as a weakness, as a sign of weakness. They're not doing anything to them. And many times the jail that you even send them to is better than the life that he had in his country. He gets 3 meals a day and he gets an education system. Like, he didn't have that in his country. He was being oppressed by some radical Muslims that wanted to come and kill him and his family. And all of a sudden, so it's just so hard for Westerner to understand that you're just not compatible with the West at all. Let's watch this.
By the way, check the link that I sent you. Check the link I sent you. Like, watch it. Like, we can watch it, but also check it out.
Yeah, I'll check it before. Oh, that is interesting.
I know, right? It's cool. I'll tell you, like.
Yeah. Let me open it, and we can.
And there is an update here.
How do I share screen? This is the shared. Now I'm gonna remove this. Stop screen. Okay.
You wanna do that before watching him cry?
No, we can watch him cry after. It's okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let me. You know what? I will let you guys watch him cry while I go and share the screen because it's quite.
بطلوا تبديلا إنا لله إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
Meanwhile, while they're crying for the fall of their leader, Iranian women right now in the streets are going and attacking the Iranian morality police because they feel finally that they might be freed from this regime. Quite crazy, how the West is not seeing that. They're kicking them out of the train. You're not welcome here. And look at all these women celebrating. And that's what I said. Women and couples across the world are doing the Trump dance and just celebrating. That is the people that you should be cheering for. These are the people you should be cheering for, not the Ayatollahs and the radical extremists. Insane. Let me add that video that you were telling me about.
Video?
Not the video, this website.
Yeah.
Share screen. What's the name of that thing? I want to make sure that it's Iran Skrindle.
Iran rocket arsenal. In Iran rocket arsenal.
Here, that's where it is. Oh, here we go. That's the one, right?
Yes, but it's based on Ascent, so it's open source. So I wouldn't trust it too much to actually know how many. But check it out; it's super cool. So it's a goal you're hiding the numbers. So it's like how many ballistics, how many interception, how many were sent, where, and stuff like that. Somebody did this dashboard.
That's pretty cool.
But it's all based on can you imagine like AI does it now? It's everything.
That's crazy.
Presents. You can see like red alert system, monitor channels. Yeah, the news.
That is crazy that we have this. Cuds new network. Yeah. That's AI press events. So it's going based on Wow, it's literally monitoring Amir Tsarfati, breaking news, clash report, IDF officials. So it's monitoring different
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
platform. No, no, no. But the fact that you have AI that might be monitoring these different platforms and going around and creating
It's
you this
crazy,
kind
right?
of report. Wow, that's pretty impressive. So whoever is back
Right.
home,
So
is
it's
seeing that
like,
right now, can go and check it out and get some information. Why not? Why not?
yeah.
So back to our topics here. So we were seeing, where are we? Yeah.
I have one word only.
This is
Advice to the
brilliant.
representative of the United States to be polite. It will be better for yourself and the country you represented. Thank you.
The representative of the United States has asked the floor to make a further statement.
Frankly, I'm not going to dignify this with another response, especially as this representative sits here in this body representing a regime that has killed tens of thousands of its own people and
Wow.
imprisoned many more simply for wanting freedom from your tyranny. Thank you, Mr. President.
Drop the mic on him. That was a crazy one. Here we also have this report, bizarre report, that apparently some Iranian boat was attacked by the Iranians. But here's something crazy: 10 Islamists and more have been killed already and dozen injured by the U.S. Marine, Pakistani police, and gunfire. They attacked the American embassy in Pakistan. And that's what I mean. We can expect more and more of these jihadist attack on Western targets across the world. So you should pay attention wherever you're living right now. It's sad that a lot of these people were able to enter Europe. A lot of these Islamists were able to enter Europe or United States. Some of them have become mayors in some countries. And you can expect them right now to go ballistic a little bit because the leader of this terrorist organization is their leader, and they might choose to take actions to their own hand. Meanwhile, we're having
They're going to tell you Israel and USA are invading Iran. They're not. They answered to Iranians' people's call for help. And yes, we love Israel, we love USA, and that's just the way it is. Take it or leave it.
these Iranians are amazing. Like they have
I
no
love them.
no
I
time for bullshit.
know they have a spine, and they don't like go around because like the Jews like you should really learn a thing or two from them. Honestly, like I can't like so many times when I hear, oh, there was a direct hit in the center. I didn't hear anything, so I'm here. So
There was a direct hit right now in Israel in the center. That's what you said.
yeah, and I didn't hear anything. That's weird.
And that should be not too far from you, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to tell us where you live, but
It's
all
okay.
right. All right. Yeah. Well, we can see here the image of some of the hits that happened in, I think, was it Bet Shemesh or the
bet.
The largest
I think
Iranian-
one was.
where did that happen?
I don't like one was directed in Bet Shemesh straight into the bomb shelter where a bunch of people died, and others I don't know, but like I'm not even checking the locations too much. I don't feel comfortable, Like I'm like, if I don't need to know, I don't need to know exactly where everything is at.
I guess that's one way of coping with it as well. Yeah.
I think one was in Ramat Gan, but I'm not.
Yeah. Well, hopefully everyone is safe back in Israel, and we pray that no one else is gonna get hurt. Here is a interesting reporter. I think CNN had a backlash in her face. She was expecting to hear something else. As always, when CNN allows an open mic in the streets, they a lot of time get backlash because reality hits differently than what they try to paint. But look what happened here when the reporters go in the street and reporting about the attack that they kind of a bit been condemning. Like, why are we doing that? poor Iranians, we shouldn't attack them. And then they go to the streets and they interview the people, and that's what they get.
Iranian populations outside of the Middle East. You see the gathering there behind her. Julia, how is the Iranian community responding?
Well, this gathering has only grown, Jessica, over the past few hours, since we've gotten here. It has amassed a large number of people, and the celebration is striking. We got here just moments after initial reports, initial rumors of the death of Ayatollah Khamenei had just started to trickle from Iran to this diaspora community, and people were jumping in excitement, hugging each other, crying, saying that basically they've been waiting 47 years for this very day, Jessica. It is the reason so many of them have come out here today. I want you to hear from one of them specifically, his thoughts right after learning that the supreme leader of Iran was dead.
When is the last time you saw people in Israel and Iran dancing on the streets in excitement? And when is the last time you've ever heard of a country coming out and dancing because they're excited that foreign powers are attacking them?
Now, the name
Insanity.
of Reza Pahlavi has been at the tip of people's tongues here, Jessica. So these are very much people who are pro-Shah. They want to see a leadership emerge from Reza Pahlavi. They're calling for him to take over the reins. And their hope, they've told me, is that he would then lead a temporary government and hold elections in Iran, hold a referendum in Iran so that the people could decide what would come next for their nation.
Yeah, and so many Iranian people hoping for a regime change and that they can take back their government. A lot of questions about how that will happen, if it can happen. Julia Vargas Jones, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thanks for that.
Wow. Crazy how people are literally so excited that their country is being attacked. Isn't that like a big kind of dissonance, I think, for a lot of liberals around the world that want to frame Israel and America as the bad guys? But then, well, wait a second, why is it so many liberal women and children who are being oppressed? Why are they so happy that Israel and America is saving them? Like, but that's because they hate Trump so badly, they hate Bibi so badly that it doesn't
I
matter
think
the
they also
fact.
don't know. And then they can't even imagine what oppression is. Like they're so like there's like silver spoon fed. Like they don't know what oppression is, like at all. Like they can't
Mhm.
imagine it. They don't understand it. They don't see it. They can't grasp it. Like they think that their misery is as miserable as you can be, and which is a real problem, because a lot of times, right, things happen. And things really happen, okay? Sometimes you're just like with AI now, it's going to be unstable with jobs, or sometimes you get like, I don't know, a meteorite strikes, and then you go a bit hungry. But to every bad, there is worse. And right now we have a generation that people that are so, like, they're so used to the like thinking that those little things, okay, so the gas prices went up and stuff like that, like everything should be under their control, that
Mhm.
they are willing to sacrifice they don't want to hear. And also there's this culture, the hustle culture that we have developed, where everybody are like presenting and promising things that like, oh, you should believe in yourself. Yes, I can do it. Yes, like I can. And like men can give birth and shit like that, which is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but if you think about it logically, this is just a progression of hustle culture where everybody believes they can be rich, everybody believes they can be, and like not understanding that sometimes you can do your 100, be right all along, and like have no luck, like it, or just be normal person, like not break it, which is
Mhm.
not, it doesn't say anything. Sometimes it says, sometimes it doesn't, but you need to have like some sort of a resilience to it, right?
Mhm.
And right now we're going through a time which is a bit more complex, especially since like it's clear to us now that we can't give the next generation like, oh, it's not going to be okay, the economy will grow and the next generation is going to feed us like they did in the previous generation, which we are all suffering from right now.
Mhm.
All right. I was looking like that when I was trying to hear if there are alarms, but you're not like in the strike area, so
You're talking about me?
Yeah.
No, I have Ranfield here. That's what I look. I look for fact checking and like doing research midlife. Ranfield is my helper.
Yeah, but what happened, like what I'm saying right now, is like sometimes it's like, okay, things are not gonna be like there's rough periods, and it's, yes, it could be better. It could be better, but it also could be worse. And a lot of times things are like the solutions are harder than just like. And that's
Yeah, I think the problem with many young people in the West is that they have no idea what does it mean could be worse. Like for them, if they get stuck without the
But
phone for a whole day, this is like bad.
I
They don't
don't,
understand that
first of
this is
all, I
not
also
bad.
don't
Like
think it's fair. Can I stop you?
Mhm.
Because I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's their fault either. Because like first of all, you have to remember, like the generation that shapes them is the responsible generation. They are responsible as well. They are responsible now to build resilience, but somebody needs
Mhm.
to tell them that they need to go through this process now. And now it's going to be harder than if you do it when you're young. It's not their fault, because their generation, they're like also like mine, like I'm on the verge of, but there's especially like there's so much pressure on them to perform. Like the parents, like they, like for so many, like the kids were, and this is what I talked, like when I hear, and I spoke to people that grew up, like especially like even outside of Israel, right? The kids were like turned into some sort of trophies, where
Mhm.
like people just like, oh, my kid did this, did that, did this, where if they don't excel, they're nothing. So it's not about like somebody taking their phone away for a day. It's if they don't excel that they don't have a worth. That's the problem. It's not the problem of like somebody would take their phones away. It's a problem of if you don't like, if you are not like at top of your game, that you have no worth, like you're doing nothing, you're not hustling, you're not working hard enough, and these people are exhausted, like from, like, it's funny, but like on one hand it's like you can say they were spoiled and like they were never had to deal with like difficulties with when it comes to like the material. On the other
Mhm.
hand, because they were given those opportunities, they were expected to perform beyond humans, right? So
I
it's
think. Mhm.
like it's like this combination, I think.
Yeah, I think undoubtedly with the generation we're seeing today, there's a lot of fault here on the parents. You can't take that away because you cannot become such a, let's call it, bizarre generation. I think that Osama bin Laden was right, and I think that Hitler was a cool guy, and that have so many crazy opinions about things in life without actually going and seeing it for yourself. You don't become that way if your parents raised you right. If parents raise their children right, they will be much more equipped to handle. Because we're not talking about opinions about some things that is normal to have an opinion about. We're talking about really thinking that Khomeini is a good guy. We're talking about really thinking that Hitler was a nice and cool guy. We're talking like something that's
Yeah,
extremely
but
like
this is
black
like,
and
this
white.
is a breakdown of like this is a result of a breakdown. Like think about the Germans, right? They thought
Hmm.
they're like the Germans, this is the story, like this is the full story. The Germans, the Japanese, and the Japanese
Hmm.
had developed super fast, all right? And like let's focus on the Germans. They had outperformed their natural resources. So they had to outsource resources. But Germany, positioned in a landlock, found itself being blockaded by navy.
Hmm.
So for Britain,
Oh, what happened here?
I don't know, but for Britain, right? For Britain, like they brought resources from abroad and stuff, and I'm talking about like the technological development. So Germany, think about who were like the big, like the all the competition between the scientists in Germany and the scientists in Britain. Germany
Hmm.
found itself in a situation where it didn't have access to all the resources that they needed to continue to compete with Britain. Okay, and
Hmm.
even though like they had more talent, let's say, like
Hmm.
that. Okay, but like and so what happened was, and they lost a war as well. So in the intellectual academia department, you can see why a lot of Germans were like, we're supposed to be the greatest, but we are not. and that leads you to the extremes. And also and that is like
frustration,
yeah,
and the
because
feeling of lost opportunity.
right, and because I'm adding the academia as well, because the academia is the one that drives it a lot of times. And it's not just the frustration of the war and like losing the war, it's also the academics frustration that adds to it, right? So the academia also like they're because who were the most enthusiastic of in kicking out the Jews? It was the academia. They were the first ones to do it in Germany.
It's interesting. That's also the first one in the US right now.
Yeah, because it's always the academia. It's always the academia. And then
Why?
in academia, in their heads, right? Huh?
Yeah. Why is that? Why do you think it's always academia?
It's this. It's the.
I
It's
agree with
exactly what we
you.
talked about. It's the high performance expectation with no touching grass. This combination is deadly, and we have now an entire generation of high expectations and no grass, like no touching grass.
But why do they always hate the Jews?
Because
Like
Jews
even now, you're seeing it like
because Jews always touch grass.
I don't know. I guess you're right, but I'm looking at it right now. The rise of anti-Semitism is skyrocketing, and I don't feel enough world leaders are talking about it. Like you don't see American leaders are going like it's getting serious. People don't understand how serious it's getting. America,
Super
younger
serious.
generations on the right and on the left now are basing their entire world views on if they can actually frame it on the Jews or not. Like they would be against attacking Iran now because that will help the narrative of hating the Jews or not. Like it's even today.
insane.
Today I saw a video, I'm not kidding, of Nick Fontese going around and saying that Americans should abandon this administration, overthrow Donald Trump and this administration, because this administration have went and helped the Israelis attack Iran. And he even said, F this administration. Next time, please, all my followers, go and vote Democrats. Now, Nick Fontese was far from Democrats. He was like a big, mega America first, I don't know what. He all of a sudden, America goes and attacks and kills Khomeini, and he shifts his whole life views. And now he says, go vote for the Democrats. I mean, why would the killing of Khomeini make you decide that you want to F this government and go vote? And there's a lot of people in America right now that they just worldviews don't make sense. Like one day they're with something, the other.
Yeah.
But it seems to be that in the heart of it, there's just obsession with hating and blaming Israel. And even if Israel will save the world, they will try to somehow change it and make it look like Israel is the bad guys, even if Israel would save their lives. And that is what something is really bizarre. But I guess what you said, this, how this frustration that you didn't get what you have
It's an
is
identity
easily
crisis.
manipulated.
It's
Israel
I think,
derangement
like,
syndrome.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's been existing for a very long time. Yeah.
Like I sent you my research. I did an entire research on it. Like the bottom line is that it comes to fruition when there is an identity crisis, and there is the other part that more than anything, like Jews represent a strong identity as well. Like these are people who usually like know who they are, or also culturally are perceived as people who know who they are, even if we don't.
They're also an easy target. They're an easy target to be bullied. They're small, they're peaceful, they are usually busy and working and being successful, and not like these students who have just a lot of free time to go in the streets and just hate and do a lot of crazy stuff. So just an easy target. And they're very sensitive and understandable towards people who are trying to blood label them and frame them and bring violence towards them. That it brings a lot of, speaking of influencers now, so there's this British guy, and I forget his name, but you should all go and unfollow him right now. I'll show you who I'm talking about. He have like 1 million
We
followers
need
now.
to
He
unfollow
became,
him. I
yes, I'll
follow
tell
him.
you who. No, no, I don't know if you. I'm talking like, we as like whoever is following him. Where is that numbskull? I'll show you. So he built his channel on exposing, radical Islam around the West and migration to Europe. This guy, I don't know his name.
Me neither.
So he have like a
Where's
million
this guy?
followers. His main think
On
about
Instagram?
yeah, on Instagram. And all of a sudden, he's turning now against blaming everything on the Jews and on Israel once Iran has been attacked. And a lot of people are starting to do that. And I realized, because what happened is, if you want to grow your channel real fast, go and say something that you hate the Jews and blame the Jews. And what happened is, the Jews will jump on you immediately and start saying, hey, look at this guy's a liar, he's a liar, don't believe him. And then the hater of the Jews will jump and say, yeah, he's right, he's right. And what happened is, you just bumped your views drastically by getting all the Jews in the world to retweet your videos. Or making reaction videos about you. Like, everybody's so sensitive for anyone showing some sign of anti-Semitism that they jump back to defend it, and by that giving publicity. And then all the real anti-Semites in the world are also, yay, he's right, reposting. So if you want to go, like Tucker Carlson did that, Candace Owen is doing that, this guy is doing that right now, and you see a lot of social media uh, influencers and podcasters. Sean Ryan is doing that. They're doing that because it gets them a lot of views, and it makes them grow big. Now they're not morally strong to actually see themselves as leader of movements and publicly shaping, the world to a better place. They don't care about that. They just want to have a lot of views. And I think most
Mm-hmm.
influencers are in that boat. They just want
But
to have a
isn't
lot
it
of views.
boring? Do you watch people who just hate? Like, it's boring. I don't like Muslims like at all. I dislike them with passion, right? But I don't watch anti-Islamic channels because it's boring. Like anti-Muslim, like
That's
I
true.
don't think it's like, I get it. Okay, I made up my mind. I don't want them to exist. That's it. I finished. Okay, I want like
But
real,
they watch
like
it.
real information.
Yeah, you don't
I know,
watch it
but it's like,
because you're
even
not a
like, if you
hateful
don't like the
person.
Jews, fine. Fine. You don't
Yeah.
like the Jews. I get it. Like, what's there to like?
You don't watch it because you're not a hateful person. I think I don't watch it because I'm not a hateful person. I would literally rather watch a TV series that I like on Netflix. I just watched now this new Game of Thrones series. Brilliant. It's really good. The last one.
Really?
Yeah, they saved it. They saved it. So I would rather watch a good TV series. I would rather watch something with my kid. I would not go and look for something that is gonna make Muslims look bad. That's not really interesting me. But there is people who are full of hate that will go and look for things they can watch that will help them justify their hatred towards other. In my line of work right now, I do tend to sometimes share
You see, they
information that will
have no
educate people,
self-confidence.
but I don't like it. I would rather not watch these crazy videos, but if I feel like I need to share
It's
it
like,
because
yeah. But
what are you
it's
talking
just the
about?
fact that they have so much audience. I mean, like have some self-confidence. You don't like Jews, you are Jews, then be confident about it. What's there to like do stuff, other things with your life? It's like,
Yeah, no, social media is breaking all the rules. We're going philosophical here. It's breaking
right.
all the rules. It used to be that for you to become an influential figure that can stand on a hill with a battle axe or with a book of history or a Bible in your hand and have the masses stand and listen to you, like Moses with a staff and the tablets, and he'll have like millions of Jews standing there and listening to him. You had to become a big time world leader, an inspiring philosopher, or a warlord. Like, you had to really. But now most people are becoming famous just by sharing reaction videos and memes. There's a lot of people that are becoming extremely famous just by posting what people want to watch, and they barely say anything. Some even don't say anything. Now they become, like, out of the box extremely famous, like 2 million, 3 million followers, and then people start looking up to them. But this guy have
Yeah.
never really proved himself to be able to handle this kind of fame and responsibility. So when you actually put them to the test, I would say 9.99999 out of 10, they will fail. You know, I came from the world of combat and in the military. You don't wake up one day extremely capable and brave and ready to handle like hordes of enemy. Like most people just run away, even if you're like think you're strong. You take a lot of practice, a lot of
Yeah,
experience, a lot of
it's like
training.
I did boxing.
No, I didn't.
I
Like,
remember the first time I got hit here, and it shocks you. It shocks the system. Like you cannot like respond for some time. Like when you get hit here,
no way. You did like boxing?
Yeah, like I'm probably now I'm gonna get the same shock reaction again because it's been so long. But yeah, boxing.
Wow. For how long?
And when you get hit here,
Yeah.
like the first time, second time, it's like shocks you. It's
Yeah,
like you
most
cannot
people have never
respond.
been
It's
hit.
flat.
Yeah.
But like, and I thought like, how do like it just like it removes you, like
Mhm.
there is no you. And then the third, fourth time, you get used to it. You snap back, and you don't even like you through the blackness, you hit back, And it's like until you don't do this, right? Until you don't, and the same with the, like carrying a stretcher, it hurts the hell. It hurts so much here,
Mhm. It's like
when you
whiplash,
carry.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like first time you put it on. I remember like I after some time you can walk with it however long. Like I could walk with it with however long. But then my dad was like, "Okay, let me help you." Joined like a massa. Put it on himself, and my dad was like, "What the heck? I cannot." He gave it back to me. And my dad is strong, but it's like you need to learn. Like there are things that like you don't know what it is until you do. Like it's like this one, like the one spot pain when you
Mhm.
get was like when you get all this weight on you,
Mhm.
right? It's like I thought I thought I could never do it, and then the guys started getting very tired, and we girls. At some point, we saw the men breaking, and we girls look at
Mhm.
each other and it's like it's time.
Where
And
was
that
that?
gave him that I was like kind of high and like a army preparation courses and shit. And
Ah.
then I went to do intelligence, even though I had to do the same. I carried this shit in the intelligence, like in the. I don't know why. We had like a brutal training. I don't know why. For 3 weeks of unreasonably unnecessary brutal training. They woke us up every hour at night to do push-ups. And I was like, we're gonna sit in front of the computer. What do you guys want?
Yeah. We're
My
gonna do
dad
we're
is
gonna
so
do
sick and
surveillance and
intelligence
cyber.
work. Why do we have to work why do we have to wake up every hour to do push-ups?
But
And
aren't you
like the
happy
massage,
that you did it? Aren't you happy that you did it now
of
looking
course,
back?
yeah.
It's an experience. I think it's a good experience.
But
But wait, I want to go.
can appreciate it.
Mhm.
I can
I want to
appreciate
go
it
back
now.
to boxing. How
But
long did
like
you do
it's like
boxing?
fixed it like for several years.
You did boxing for several years. No, that's
Mm-hmm.
cool. What made you
Yeah.
decide you want to go and do kickboxing?
My brother went and then he went abroad and he couldn't attend his classes. I was like, I'll go.
Okay, so that was the reason. This is a free class. My
The very
brother
Jewish
paid
reason, right?
my brother paid someone to punch him, so now he's gone. So I mean,
I'll go. It's
it's a
like,
family
yeah,
responsibility.
it's-
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I was in,
No,
yeah, I started in high school.
mm, no, that's pretty cool. But anyway, but back to what we talked about. You know, I think one of the core things that are lacking right now among young generation, you're seeing that in America as well, is that they're not well traveled. Many of them have never really been to Israel. Many of them have never really been to a Muslim country. Many of them have never been really to Europe. Like a lot of them keep talking like America, greatest country in the world, etc. And America is great. I like it. But honestly, guys, there's a lot of places in Europe that have way better quality of life, with all due respect, like in so many aspects. And there is great quality of life also in America, but not for every American. Like most of them are living in a way less better quality of life than an average European. Some of them are living in a much better quality of life. But when you're living in a bubble like this and you've never seen really what radical Islam is, you've never really seen what Israel is, you've never really seen the world, and then you try to shape like all kind of opinions, strong opinions about how life is, it's just It's just silly.
you know why it's that? Because you're expected to have an opinion. You're so used to people expecting things of you that you cannot deliver. You start like it's like AI, because AI, one of the biggest disadvantages of AI, it's getting punished when trained for saying I don't know. But there are a lot of things that AI should be saying. I think it's a bit better now. But I said, AI, it would have been better if you just said, I don't know, the data is missing, because sometimes the entire internet doesn't contain certain data. For example, what I ate this morning, do you know?
No, what did you eat?
Right? I don't remember either. So nobody knows. This kind of information is now lost. But it's like you don't know everything. Nobody knows everything, including AI, right? And you should know to say, I don't know. But just like the AI is punished for not knowing, there is a generation that was trained in the similar manner, where they were expected to yield results without the proper preparation. So they started to spew crap, just like AI spews crap. It's like, that's the problem.
Nathaniel is saying here something very nice. He says, I want to visit Israel one day. That's the land where Adam was buried and where Jesus Christ rose from the dead. Was Adam
was buried here?
Was Adam? Yeah.
don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe he was. I thought maybe he meant Abraham.
Maybe
but
more like around Iran.
yeah, yeah. But one thing I would say for sure is like I've decided after I finished my military service the first time before I went back, I went and I walked all of Israel with a Bible in one hand and a book of history in the other. And like when I'm telling you, I carried a Bible.
Was it the same book?
So I carried this Bible, like big one. Like, yeah. It was like, if you see, it got roughed a little bit on the edges, but I decided
with the Satan symbol.
Yes, the symbol, the Star of David here.
Right.
It's actually I've done that to my soldiers. I had a few religious soldiers. I had like secular and religious Tel Avivis and others. And the religious ones, they would always, try to read and etc. the Bible. So what I did is I went to a leather lady that works in a Latin toilet, and I asked her if she could make a bookmark that have 3 different tongues in it. And then I wrote here on the bottom, on the back, Lo yanum velo yishan.
Laila. Nice.
Shomer Israel.
Lo yanum velo yishan velo shomer Israel.
He will not sleep nor slumber, the guardian of Israel. But my point is, to that comment is, I walked the land and I read the Bible where it happened. And it was fascinating. It was beautiful to do that. And then I went and I walked all of Jordan. And that's, did the trail of Abraham, basically part of it, where Abraham walked Jordan. And that was also fascinating. I think, that might be an extreme. I'm not saying that everybody should go and like walk a whole country now. But some say Golgotha was a place that Adam was buried, so he was buried it off that. Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of the thing about Golgotha. For those of you who don't know, Golgotha is where Jesus was crucified. And it had a shape of a skull. So I think Adam wasn't born, though, but the garden was probably somewhere outside of Israel. Could be. Some people are saying Adam was in Iraq.
No,
that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what we know too, between the pot and the chidekel. Wasn't somewhere around.
But anyway, so for me, it was just personally important. I told myself, I lived in Israel. I was born and raised in Israel. I am fascinated by religions and history. So
why were you fascinated by religions?
Because I realized at a very young age that everybody's so fixated on the religion, but they're fixated on the religion just because they were born into that religion. Like if you were born a Jew, you'll think that Judaism is the right way, and everybody's wrong. If you're born Christians, we got it right.
Oh no, if you're a born Jew, you don't think Judaism is the right way. You find like you criticize everything if you're born.
No, you do criticize, but you do believe that this is the right faith. Like, if you're a believer Jew.
I don't think you think this in that way. It's not about the right faith or not. It's just like you're Jewish, so you're Jewish. It's like, there are people who
okay, but if you don't think that your way is the right way, then why do you stick to that way? Like you have something in you that will tell you,
why do you speak Hebrew? Is there a difference? Like
no,
it's like Jews don't think that way. Like it's like why do you speak Hebrew? Is Hebrew? Yeah.
So if you go
Like
and talk to
they do.
if you go and ask a religious Jew now,
Unfortunately,
if you
they don't
go and
practice
ask a
that way.
religious Jew right now, do you
No,
think your
yes,
faith is right?
unfortunately, most of them, and I think it's wrong because, but honestly, like a lot of religious Jews, I agree that they shouldn't like think this way, but
Mhm.
I do like now. I think like I now I understand what Judaism really is, and I was like, okay, this is like it is better than other religions. But it's
Fair
not
enough.
something
But
you listen. You don't grow up like that. You grow up as like you speak Hebrew, another person speaks Russian. It's like and it doesn't make one language better than the other. It does just like the way who you are. You don't grow like
well,
it's
that
it's a
I
Jewish
wish more
mindset to
people
have.
would grow up like
You
that. To be
don't even
honest,
compare yourself to other religions, right? It's like like this is yours, right? It's yours. It's like
but
why? This is your mom. Is she really the best mom in the world? But it's your mom. So might
but
as well be the best
if you
one.
go no, if you go and you ask right now a Jew that believes in that faith, okay, he's a following
Right.
Jew, wouldn't he tell you, yes, I believe it's the right way?
No, not necessarily. No,
Then why is he following it if he
no,
doesn't believe it's the right way?
because it's the right thing to do.
And
It's
why does
like
he
you're
think it's
gonna
the right?
get different
Why
answers.
doesn't he choose to go and follow Islam or Christianity?
Oh, because when you look at Islam and Christianity, you understand that's I don't know if Judaism is it, but that's definitely it. That's why.
I don't know. Christianity actually theologically makes sense. Like
No, no,
Islam
no,
is
no, no, no.
completely made up.
Like if you come from a Jewish perspective, Christianity
Hmm.
looks like it's Judaism that was grounded down and given to people who cannot digest like real food.
Maybe you mean simplified down
Yes.
and made easier to understand. Okay, you can come and say
Yes.
that, but some can come and argue
Mhm.
that Judaism kind of got a little bit more complicated. That when
Yeah, it
Jesus
is more
came, he spoke a very
complicated.
simplified message because the message of
Yeah,
the
but
Bible.
it's like by the time you get exposed to Jesus, you're too old to accept that kind of framing. It's
Okay,
like it's not something that computes well. It doesn't
okay.
compile anymore.
To some people, okay. So you are asking the
To
question, why
most,
did I
like to
choose to
some
study?
choose to follow Jesus, right? As Jews,
Hmm.
right? Some to choose
Yeah, yeah.
Christianity.
So you asked why did I choose to read it? Because for me, I came and I said, just because I was born Druze, it doesn't mean that I should learn only by the Druze. Just because I was born Jewish or Christian, so I was interested and fascinated in learning some other ways and other religions. But then the older I grew, I remember one time when I was laying in a bed in a bunker in the north under the snow, and a soldier saw me. I was just a new guy in this unit, and he saw me reading the Bible and asked me, "What are you doing reading the Bible?" And he said it like in such a mocking way. He was like a Brita Matzot, a Russian soldier. "What are you doing reading the Bible?" This is like, and I came and says like, What should I read? Read Dostoevsky. Read something smart." And I said, "Something smart." Well, I said, "Well, you know that this book here, have influenced humanity way more than any, with all due respect to Dostoevsky and any other books. I'm not saying you shouldn't read them, but this book have literally
Yeah,
brought
Dostoevsky
us
is boring.
the faith in one God. This book have literally brought Judaism, which later on gave birth to Christianity, which later on, unfortunately, gave birth to Islam, which brought so many
Yeah.
of what we see today in the world. And in many ways, thanks to this book, we have the Western civilization that is based on Judeo-Christian values. And think about how many other crazy civilizations used to be there that kind of ceased to exist, but some of them were sacrificing children and all kind of crazy stuff. So this book was literally the founding father of democracy and freedom as we see it today. So I do think it's important to learn a little bit about history. And then this guy was like, okay, and he never talked to me again about books. But so I was just interested. I was just really fascinated by books and by books of history that really made me want to kind of read it. But anyway, I wanted to show something here, guys, that Marco Rubio said, something very, very interesting. I think this guy, I like Marco. I like him. I think he's like the main one that is working behind the scene and making everything happen. Seems like he's always busy. And you know this meme that they show Marco's picture with different kind of clothing? Marco just realized he's going to run Venezuela. Marco just realized he's going to be the next president of Cuba. Marco just realized. Have you seen these memes?
What?
Rebecca?
Yeah, I was
See,
reading the comments.
gotcha. Okay. Have you seen these memes about Marco when he's like,
Yes, I love them.
I
I
love
love
them
when he's
too.
like in the club.
No, that's also a good one. So here, let's hear it from the man and then talk about it.
Right in front of us. The old world is gone, frankly, the world I grew up in, and we live in a new era in geopolitics, and it's going to require
How
all
old
of
is
us
he?
to sort of re-examine what that looks like and what our
I'm
role
not
is
so
going to
sure.
be. And
Probably 40 something, maybe
we've had
50s.
many of these conversations in private with many of our allies. We are our allies, and we need to continue to have those conversations. And I think Saturday, hopefully, and the meetings we'll have there will move us in that direction.
Commander, Iranian state media.
So yeah, that was Marco, talking about we're definitely entering a very new era, guys. Very, very it's hard to know how is this gonna unfold. I think we really need to have very wise leaders that will play this right and make sure that we don't mess it up. Because you can so easily mess it up. I'm trying to look for this Marco Rubio picture that I wanted to show you. Rebecca, you have anything smart to say while I'm looking for the picture?
I was looking at like Marco Rubio's like birthday, and I was like, oh, it's the same age as my mom.
Oh, how old is Marco Rubio?
He's like, wait, let me do. How old is my mom? No, if I'm answer, I'm gonna say how old is my mom, and I don't wanna show my ignorance.
Well, everybody can go Google right now, Marco Rubio, and find out how old is your mom. So you kind of threw
no. My mom is 25 with
25.
experience.
25 with 20 years of experience. Yeah, you kind of
yeah, just
All
20
right.
years of experience. Yeah.
Oh, dang it, I can't find that picture. That was a funny one. Anyway, let's see this. This is a cool website. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you ever played Red Alert or Command and Conquer, but some of the followers recommend me to follow them. And
Confirmed, Ali Khamenei is officially dead. The strike reportedly hit his residence and office complex. Family members were also reported among the casualties. Iran declared a 40-day national mourning period. State television announced the news on March 1st. A temporary governing council has been formed.
Noted. Any response?
Iran launched retaliatory missile attacks targeting Israel and U.S. assets across the region. Global reactions are split. Iran's allies expressed condolences. Opponents of the regime reacted differently. Saudi Arabia signaled possible entry into operations. Maersk suspended Strait of Hormuz transit. Hezbollah signaled readiness to engage.
Escalation level?
Regional war phase. Maritime routes now impacted. Monitoring air and naval activity.
so sea radar. I mean, they make it look like it's a Red Alert Command and Conquer kind of briefing for a computer game, but their whole website just tells global events in that kind of style. I find that really cool.
Wait,
You want to
was there
watch?
no like?
Hmm?
I know there was this anime, right?
Oh,
I
the
kind of feel
anime
like
are
they
amazing.
right the anime. No, you know this anime channel where they made world events in anime.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's a
like it-
channel for that, but I posted a few of their things. They're like amazing. They're really good.
yeah. I
If
want
you-
to see if they did something. Let me see.
If you find,
okay.
share it here. But meanwhile, guys,
course.
you want to watch how does a woke, liberal, delusional person looks like? Listen to this girl.
We're taking the streets of New York today after just last night, the U.S. and Israel coordinated an attack on the people of Iran, an attack which targeted an elementary school, claiming the lives of now 82 schoolgirls as martyrs. We know that this comes off the heels of 2.5 years of brutal, depraved U.S.-Israeli genocide against our people in Gaza, where they targeted our schools, where they targeted our journalists, where they targeted our people. And we see this as an extension of the new Middle East they're trying to create, a new Middle East that we reject. We call for liberation for all the people of our region, an end to U.S.-Israeli terror in our region, and we will keep fighting. We will keep taking to these streets until Palestine is free, until we have hands off Iran and hands off Gaza.
Wait. So she decided to make this video because she is upset that children were killed in Gaza in a school, which, as far as the latest report that I heard, was actually done by the Iranians. And other reports said that they literally hide a military cache of rockets next to that school. So when it was bombed, the explosion ended up killing, some kids in the school. But my question is, if she's so upset about children being killed, where was she for the last 2 weeks when the Iranian regime have killed tens of thousands of Iranians, many of them thousands of children? Like execution style. They went and shot them in hospitals, and they went and kidnapped kids from school, and they never got back home. Like,
Yeah,
so
but those was kafirs. You think they were humans? They're just like Jews. Jews, kafir, Jews and friends of Jews. I always love like talking to people like, the Nazis like, Mansour, you're just as Jewish like I am. And like every friend I have and people who
it's
go in these
crazy.
channels, like they're just
Yeah.
as Jewish as I am. It doesn't matter. As
But
far
isn't
as
that
those
isn't that
crazy-
crazy? Like, they have no shame. They're literally right now in the streets.
No, it's like they're
But
Muslims.
they were
like their mindset.
not in the streets 2 days
Because
ago,
they're
3 days ago.
just like Muslims. They think like Muslims. Like if it's not, it's like if it's the kafirs, right? It's not humans anymore.
And literally, I've heard that the IRCG have taken the blame for the school, so that's gonna
Good
explode in
for
their
them.
face.
Wow,
If
look
that's
at
if
them.
that's really the case, that's gonna blow in their
No,
face.
they don't care. You think
They
they'd
don't care.
Wow, there is no way they care.
Yeah, no, accountability is something that they've never heard about. But let's
And hands off Gaza.
Gaza. Yeah, they love to say that. Gaza.
I sent you their.
Meanwhile, these are children in schools in Iran.
Yeah.
Okay, watch it. School kids. I love Trump. That's what he said. Look at that. They're seeing the explosion. So, first of all, it's quite crazy that children are so politically invested in Iran, but that's because a lot of their friends, other children, got murdered. So imagine you're in a class, you're 17, 16 years old, and a big number of your friends got murdered. There's videos of teachers that came back to an empty classroom because all the students or the kids in that class were
Yeah.
murdered. Crazy. And then the teacher is sitting there and crying. So then you see these kids, they're saying, "Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Bibi, for coming and attacking this wicked regime." But then you see a girl in New York walking and saying, "Oh, hands off Iran. Stop killing Iranians." Where were you when they were killing Iranians? No, you're not saying stop killing Iranians. You're saying stop killing the people who are killing the Iranians. Let's be honest about it. Wow. Here's another delusional. If you want to see another delusional person, that one. Have you seen this one, Rebecca?
No, I haven't. I'm
That's
excited.
a good one. That's
This
a good
person
one.
looks
Rather
extremely
that we be
delusional.
allies with Iran than Israel?
Intelligent.
Yes. So this says free Iran, right?
Yes.
Okay. So free Iran from what exactly?
From imperialism, theocracy, racism, and capitalism.
Okay. So free theocracy, are
Doesn't
you
get
referring
old.
to the regime, the Islamist regime? Like, is that what you're
Referring to the law that was implemented by the Ayatollah Khamenei.
Okay.
I support him in his anti-imperialist efforts, but I don't think any
Khomeini.
country should be run by religion.
Gotcha. So when you say you support his anti-imperialist efforts, what exactly are those efforts?
I'm so confused.
Zionism, and has actually fought short wars with Israel to protect the Iranian people from Zionist expansion and occupation.
Gotcha. So would you rather that we be allies with Iran than Israel?
Yes.
Sure.
No, I need to.
I think allying with Israel is one of the most fascist and dangerous actions the U.S. could take.
Okay. And what makes that fascist versus allying with Iran?
Because Iran isn't fascist. And you studying political ideologies, you understand what fascism is, and it is not Iran. Because Iran was the Ayatollah Khamenei's rule was achieved through a revolution. It was sort of a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
Fascism rises electorally and democratically, and then turns on its constituents.
Yes.
Ayatollah Khamenei's regime is not fascist in nature.
So what do you say to the folks that say that it's fascism because they make women wear a hijab?
That's not fascism. That's theocracy, which is different than fascism.
Have you heard that perspective from Iranians that say we will feel free if the regime goes down? Have you heard that?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that lie especially in the fact that the U.S. and Mossad of Israel have openly admitted to putting agents on the ground in Iran, and they've openly admitted to paying protesters in Iran. So they have a hand at stake in the protests. So I think it's difficult to discern, are they talking to an average Iranian citizen, or are they talking to a paid protester, and are they talking to an agent of the U.S. and Israel?
Okay.
I have one more statement, and it is that I don't know the exact solution, because Iran should be free from Khomeini, but the U.S. and Israel has continuously placed fascist regimes in other countries, and will not establish democracy.
Yeah.
The regime we have in America right now is fascist, or in the United States, I should say, not America.
The United States is fascist.
In the United States, it's fascist.
In what way is it fascist?
Well, I ended this conversation.
Okay.
You've been very respectful, and I appreciate it.
No, that's what I try to be, yeah. What are your pronouns?
She, her.
She, her. Okay.
Where
I
do you
don't
start?
get it.
Where do you
Yeah.
start? The amount of nonsense that was spit out of his mouth. Where do you start countering that even? And should you even start? I made a video today about how to deal with woke friends, because I have a woke friend. I have quite a few of them. That
You
friend.
do?
I mean, listen. I got to know him on Discord when I was a student, and we play computer games together. And since then, it's one of these people that talk back and forth, but like I've never really met him. But he grew up in the area of, Portland, California, LA. And when things start getting political, I just start realizing like how extremely woke he is. So now he sent me a message like, what's happening with America and Israel? Why the F are you guys doing in Iran? And I came and I told him, listen, man, you should be very, very careful with the sources that you're listening to. You're kind of being really manipulated. If you don't want to be an NPC, start like doing proper research. And then he sent me NPC. Yeah, well, explain this. Why did Israel and Iran attack a school and killed kids in Iran? So then I answered, I said, listen, man, I'm very busy, but I will take the time to explain to you, but we need to establish some ground rules. Are we going to have an intelligent conversation? And are we going to actually really try to go to the source, or are we just going to spit things that makes us feel good? Because then it's a waste of my time. And the advice that I came in and said, try the 5 W's. That's great advice. Ask yourself, first of all, what happened?
Yeah.
All right. A rocket was shot on a school. Okay. Where did it happen? In Iran. When did it happen? Yesterday. Who did it? Israel or America. The first 4 W's are very easy. That's from the world investigation. The 5th W is the most important one. Why?
The why?
So then you can come and say, okay, Israel is trying to kill children. All right. And America. Okay. So Iran has been killing their own children for already several weeks now, very effectively. They've killed tens of thousands.
I think
of them.
that requires prior knowledge. But there is also the other the 5 questions.
W's. The 5 W. Wait, 5 W's.
Who wrote it? What do they want you to think? Why is this the information that was presented to you?
You're taking this to a higher level right now. I'm talking basic. So if you come and say Israel and America want to kill children, then the question is, okay, but so why even bother? Why send airplanes there? They're doing it themselves. They're actually doing the job for you. They just they're like killed thousands of children. So you just went and killed 50 more. What help did that do? And the other question
and also
is,
why not just send a ballistic missile ourselves? Isn't it like?
If Israel and America want to kill children, couldn't they kill more children? Like they're quite bad at it. They're definitely capable of doing that. I mean, look what they did to Iranian regime. They managed to find Khomeini under the ground. If they found him, what, do you think they can't find more schools? So if you ask yourself these questions, you might find yourself debunking a lot of the woke ideology immediately. But most woke people don't bother. They don't want to ask these questions. That's why it is a waste of time to try to talk to them. Someone like that here, it's just a waste of time to try to talk to him. What's the other 5 W's you were talking about?
Like what do you like? Let me. You know what? You want the exact W? Like I don't know. Like
just follow your heart.
because there is like because I bet I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like who is presenting the information? Why are they presenting it to you? Like, what do they want you to do? What is presented? What are they trying to achieve? You know, it's what is missing. I was like, but like I'm telling you, like there, like if I can find it pretty easily and tell you exactly what the questions should be.
Oh wow! I just saw this video that you sent me. Is that the Iran war? The one about the anima?
The anime, yeah, I sent you they have like not the first one. I sent you the channel. Like, let's go through it. I think it's fun.
I'm gonna go through it. I just added it. So this is the anima page.
Like I sent you their page. Yeah.
Add to stage. Oh, I need to remove one from the stage here and add. And let's move us. All right. I don't think that's the one about Iran.
Wait, I sent you their page. No, this one is from a year, like December 4th. Like, no, go down. There is a World War III episode preview, like TLD, like the ones at the bottom. It's like I don't think they made it.
At the bottom?
Like not like there are several videos. I think they're all about Iran. You see all the new ones.
I'm seeing the new ones, you mean?
Yeah. So you can see the new. Let's watch the new ones. Like I don't know. There are several. See, there's like there are a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you can find.
No, that's nice actually.
Yeah, but anyway,
look, even the starting from the next, like the first one. What are you
Which
showing?
one? I'm showing the website. That's what you sent me.
Oh wow, they post a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, what? No, go up. Go to the first, like the top.
This is the one we watched now. That's not the one.
No, that's ain't it. But like, why you saying November 15th? Like my next one is like from an hour ago.
Can you share? Can you share a page?
What? Why is it so weird?
It's okay.
What?
It's not a big deal. I'm just wondering if you can share it. Oh wow. Thank you so much, man. When buildings were blowing up in Iran, Tusi read a comment that Israel may have been behind the attack, adding, rumor that Jews were involved. I assume that Tusi was joking. I mean, from what I know, I don't think he would mean that. But thanks a lot.
You need to be logged in, people are saying. It's because you're not logged in that you cannot see it.
Oh, let's see. Let me log in then. Seriously, I need to put my password now. I think I remember my password for. There's no way I'm gonna remember my password right now. But can you share it? Can you share a screen?
Yeah, sure.
Then do it. It's gonna be way more effective.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, guys, you want to see some interesting Iranian propaganda? This is what they're posting. of themselves shooting American or Israeli
Oh.
drones. This is the pinnacle of their
look at that.
achievement. Yeah, I don't know if
Good
that's even
job.
from now, but
Doesn't matter.
Here you
Why are you
shared
being so
disrespectful.
like
Disrespectful to their achievements because they're pathetic. That's why. All right, hit us, Rebecca. Hit us.
All right, let's go. Okay, so the first one ain't it. So there is this okay, let's watch just randomly, I guess.
I'm gonna enjoy this. I just came back from the US. This is not a commercial. They're not sponsoring me, but I brought some
Wait, you
M&Ms.
don't why are you not saying it? What? Oh, did I?
What?
Wait, what? Oh. Now I get it. Here.
アメリカ合衆国軍は先ほどアメリカ合衆国軍はイランに対し大規模な戦闘作戦を開始した。このテロリスト政権に核兵器を持たせることは絶対にない。もう一度言う、核兵器を持つことは決してない。我々は彼らの核計画を壊滅させた。もし再建を試みるなら再び完全に壊滅させる。先ほどアメリカ合衆国軍はイラン
But they have still a couple more, like they're like.
It's
more
recent because that's the
TLDR.
hat. That's the hat he was wearing.
No, that's like 47 minutes ago.
These guys are brilliant. Yeah, show us this one.
You saw this one?
No, I never saw it.
You saw it?
Haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just trying it out.
Hit us. This is fun.
我々は予備的な動員を開始した。長距離爆撃機、空中給油機、そして後方支援部隊の自然展開が進行中だ。USS エイブラハム・リンカーン空母打撃軍は南シナ海から中東へ移動しており、セントゴムの抑止力を強化し、即応的な打撃能力を提供する。一方、イラン側では革命防衛隊が最高度の防衛態勢に入っている。ババアスレママスランのような長距離防空システムを含む仮想防空網およびヒズボラ、フーシ派などのシーア派武装組織を含む地域全体の勢力により、彼らは米軍の航空作戦に対抗する構え。中国とロシアは我々の次の行動を注視している。それは何だ？それは上の判断だ。
These guys are brilliant.
It's brilliant. It's amazing.
Wait, so someone here said Soviet activist measures Marxists borrowed from Goebbels and ancient blood labels. Didn't realize how strong that was. Very strong, man. Very strong. It's scary how strong it is. I think it's literally the biggest threat that we face in the West right now. Man, these M&Ms are good.
I want a snack too.
The M&Ms are really good. So I just came back from the US, and my neighbor asked me if I can bring him M&M bag, but this one.
So this is the neighbor's M&Ms. I see that you brought for your neighbor.
Yeah. He haven't came to pick it up, so
I understand. Interesting.
So no. So I said, okay, if I'm buying him, I might buy myself because they don't give it in Europe. And this stuff is good. This stuff is really good. And I just dropped it to the ground on the carpet.
Which one is what flavor is
3
it?
second rule. It's chocolate flavor.
It's what?
Chocolate candy.
It's like with
caramel inside.
Ugh.
Really good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, really good. Really good. Really good. No, these anime guys are just brilliant. They make it so good. I'm glad I found the website.
Here, I found the questions, by the way. The questions you're supposed to be asking. The 5 questions. You ready? What is this saying? This is the interpretive step. Forces precise reading or listening. Prevents emotional or shortcuts. Just like, what does it actually say? Who said it and why? This is the contextual step. Trains pattern recognition and motive analysis. What does it demand of me? I think that's critical. The moral step converts information into responsibility instead of reaction. Does it fit our precedent? The coherent step anchors reasoning in institutional and historical context. And why now? And that's the strategic step where it identifies timing, manipulation, or urgency behind claims.
Listen, Rebecca, good luck trying to get woke students, college kids, to go through these W's. I was
But
going
here's the
like
thing,
the
college
basics.
kids, you understand? Do you know what you just said? These people have higher education.
Yeah, it's sad. I didn't even think about
Good
it.
luck. But here's the thing, like when I talked to Turku, you know Turku? She was expelled from Turkey for for saying with Israel.
No.
Turku Avcinu. You don't know her?
Maybe by
She's
face.
a
Maybe by
sweetheart.
face.
I'll later.
Mm-hmm.
This is like she said, like I asked her about studying, and she studies in Hebrew University, and I asked her like journalism and like political science and stuff. And I asked her like, what do they do? Like, how do they study critical thinking? And they had to go through that list, and she said it's really super hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is like you see, like, and it's like this is basic training. This is what she's going through. She does it all day. She brings like, and she needs to do and answer those questions every single time because like, and she said like it was really really hard at first, but then like you learn how to do it. And it's like,
yeah, it's sad how.
but this is what you're supposed to be in, and then this is when, and then I had an interview, remember, with Eyal Yacobi. And I asked him about like all those things. What do they learn? And they don't learn it. But like, what's higher education for? To be like to parrot? This is a high school. Like this is not higher education. Higher education is to be able to ask those questions. So why are they in college? What do they do in college? Can you imagine being 20 and not like learning that?
That's
So
you
so
literally
it's like it's like
caught,
it's like what do you expect of a woke? I mean,
yeah,
what do
yeah,
you mean?
Rebecca, you caught me off guard here, and I'm glad that you did because I was literally referring to college university students as a bunch of toddlers that cannot be challenged with difficult questions, and I was not doing it to insult them. I was doing it just out of like reality check, telling you like, what do you expect? You want to give them the 5 W's? It's too difficult. You need to brain it down. And then you're talking about college students, and that is so true. What a
Yeah,
sad
if they
reality.
cannot do it and they study anything that has to do with politics, like journalism, political science, history, if they could study any of that and they cannot do it, then they shouldn't have a degree. What do you have a degree for? Like, what is this paper for? You came and said like, and then like, what? You're supposed to get, like, you're
Yeah.
supposed to have a specific ability that you wouldn't have if you don't go through that. Right?
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's
what's
so
the degree
that's
for?
no
It's
degrees
like
have
I went
lost.
to computer science, I went computer engineering, and I could code at least when I finished university.
No,
At
that
least
is
something,
that
at
is
least hello world.
yeah, that is so sad that this is the reality. But that's what I meant. The problem is, and that's why I see it as the most dangerous situation in the world right now, is I was just came back from this conference in Nashville where we went there and some Israeli officials, like an official, like former Mossad agent and a leader of very, very big respected units in the IDF came there and met with a lot of Christians and, senators. There were senators in the room, there were celebrities. And we opened the panel, me and the security people. And we talked about the importance of understanding the eighth front.
Yeah.
The eighth front.
But they don't. You know how much, but like they don't put in the like they don't try. They don't try.
The eighth
That's
front.
why it drives me crazy.
These kids that we were just talking about, that can't even bother to actually learn and study a little bit outside their box, that can't be challenged with critical thinking, they are going to vote. And
Yeah,
they
but do you
are going
understand
to
that
vote. Now
why?
imagine how easy it is to manipulate them. Like, what a scary thing for a
Yeah, but
country when you
but
realize.
the scary thing is you're
Mhm.
supposed to hang the professors that give them. You are not supposed to pass a course. They are not like if they are beyond the first month of university,
Mhm.
then then you need to go to the professors and disqualify the school.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. The professors and the schools have been bought by Qatar and this. But what I wanted to make a point is this. What a terrifying thing it is for a country to realize that the next voters that can literally bring doom on this country are so
Mamdani.
easily manipulated by external forces. Some countries, when they realize that, aka China, for example, or Russia, you know what they did? Or North Korea, they shut the internet because they said, if the West will come and influence these people to see what a miserable life we have here and what a better life, our government can collapse. So when a Western country realize that their voters are so easily manipulated because they're not critical thinkers, because they're a bunch of numbskulls that are so easily manipulated, and they are being manipulated by Islamists around the world and by communists, then what's going to be the next step? Are they going to shut the internet on their own people? Probably not. So I'm not saying they should also, but I'm just telling you, so actually they're doomed because these people are the next voters. And that's why I was saying this is the most important generation, not because is just a good generation, like brilliant and a smart generation. Actually, studies are showing that this is the first generation is actually dumber than the generation before. Did you read that? Did you hear that study? You would like this. So they're saying that humans up until now, generation was always building on the shoulders of the generation before them. So we would have knowledge that they had, we'll take it for granted, and then we'll come and read, other peaks. So by kind of human intelligence kind of going up in some aspect, or their knowledge, or the capabilities. And this is the first generation that actually is falling. It's like now it's the first generation that is not smarter than the one before.
The 30s was the same. The 30s was the same. Then 1890s was the same as well. It's like it's more like it's a cyclical. It's a bit of a cyclical phenomenon.
I'm gonna ask Ranfield here. Yeah.
And it's also true like for the ancient world, right? They also like you can see like there are plenty of writings. Like there are writings of women, average like Jewish women from the ancient Israel. Like you can see their writing, and then people like lost their like. Then suddenly there was illiteracy was the normal. It was the norm. It's not.
So
it's
Ranfield here is saying some of you might know him in other names, but he's called Ranfield. That's my helper. He's saying that there's no real evidence that any other generation was dumber than the one before. Why? Better nutrition, more schooling, more abstract problem solving in daily life, technology exposure. So up until now, one of the reasons that intelligence was getting better is because better nutrition, more schooling, more abstract problem solvings, and technology exposure. But this generation right now is the first one to actually, as though he's getting abundantly of that, is getting dumber. And someone actually came and brought to my attention something interesting. He says, Mansu, and I think you will agree with me, an average person from your generation, mine and down, knows how to open Windows, knows how to copy paste, know how to open a new folder, and knows sometimes to even do basic coding. Like, you're like, okay, open / put something. Like an average person have somehow been exposed to that. While today's generation, everything they're getting is fed up to them through the phone. They're kind of coming and saying like everything is an app. You just click, and that's it. All the problems, banking is done through one click. Everything is done through one click. That their actually life is becoming so easy for them, and they don't have real challenges, that they're literally becoming dumber. And I think that makes sense. I don't know. What do you think?
Is it worldwide phenomena?
I think no, not worldwide. No. I think it's a first world phenomena. I think it's like probably even more in America phenomena. Maybe a little bit in Europe. I think it's not happening in many places in the world, but I think very, very comfortable, isolated countries that are completely detached from the rest of the world, it's happening to them.
But like, it's funny, right? But like, you like if, but the thing is like, you judge people like, for example, like the those who left the Soviet Union, right? They actually like they were pretty like they were like they had a lot of knowledge, right? And growing up like in Russia, like general knowledge, but in many ways they were very, very, very stupid. And when they got
Explain.
and then when the system broke, it's like the system kind of like it kind of it like because of the like the system like creates a cage to your thinking. It's like cages you. When the system broke, people changed. Even 70-year-olds suddenly changed. And like, and you look out, they're so successful, like so smart, so like this and that. And like they, yes, but 10 years ago, they were stupid, very stupid, like inside the system.
I just found something funny talking to ChatGPT. I love to challenge ChatGPT sometimes when he just give me a woke answer and then he end up kind of answering himself and like, oh, okay. I guess logic overcame woke again. So when I was asking ChatGPT is here, I'll share the screen. Share the screen with you. How do I do that? Share screen. All right. So I asked ChatGPT this. Sorry, Ranfield. Was there any generation that the next one was a dumber than the one before? Short answer, no. There is no solid evidence. You know, the Flynn effect. Every generation thinks they're smarter than the one before. They think the worst. Okay. Then I said, okay, let's cut through the cow poop. What about Gen Z? The long-term flying effect, rising IQ for generations, slowed down in some Western countries around 2000. For Gen Z, some studies in part of Europe show slight decline in certain IQ debates, especially in abstract resolution and vocabulary. But genius still exists in other cognitions. So these changes are small, not right. What is clearly changed with Gen Z? Smartphones from childhood, social media, algorithm-driven content, constant digital stimulations, and etc. So it's happening. It's happening, and even ChatGPT is finding it hard to hide the fact that it's happening. It is. The IQ is dropping lower. Also, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Someone here said a very good one. How can I share it? I can't share it, but Pastor Storyteller, whatever, Piers, he came and said, no, IQ is dropping because...
But did I send you the Einstein case study I made?
Here, Piers Stoiler says IQ is going down because smart people have less babies than stupid people nowadays. That is definitely probably...
That was always true. But
that is a good one. That is a good...
that was... The Romans were complaining about it. It was always true. Smart people always have less. Like it was... It's not... That's not a new phenomenon. It's not new.
No.
That's not new.
It's like the movie. Yes,
that's like,
I love when someone... Watch. Anyone who haven't watched Idiocracy? Rebecca, have you watched the movie Idiocracy?
I know. I got it as homework, I think.
Last time,
or... Yeah, I think so.
Last time when me and you talked, I told you go watch Idiocracy. What have you done with yourself since then? Justify this.
Absolutely nothing. I don't know why I'm
absolutely exactly. There's no... At least you're honest. There's no justification, guys. If anyone didn't watch Idiocracy, it's a comedy that was done quite a while ago, and it shows you step by step of what's happening right now. And it's funny because anyone who watched it back then thought to himself like, my God, it's gonna happen. And now we're literally living through Idiocracy. And by the way, spoiler alert, it's on the right and on the left, not only one side. But 5 years ago, I thought it was only on the left. 3 years ago, I was like, 2 years ago, I was like, whoa. 1 year ago, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Nick from Plizzy. It's on the right. It's on the right, strong.
It's like everybody thinking it's just the woman, right? So first it was just the left, then it became like now it's like just the woman. It's like it's never just 50% of the population. Never.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's never. It's
No, Idiocracy, great movie. I think we should finish with that. We've been talking for a very long time. I don't know. I'm glad that we didn't have any alarms that you had to run away.
Yeah, I know, right? Amazing. Thank you.
Let's look at the
Very
news for a second.
considerate.
Yeah, no, we always think
Yeah,
about
I
you,
was
Rebecca.
just doing the same.
So there's launches towards Israel. 6 were injured in a direct hit in Jerusalem.
That's the Bet Shemesh one, right?
Trump told the Iranians, "Drop the regime. We are with you." I also heard something very disturbing, concerning a little bit, and it's that Trump is thinking to reach some kind of a deal now with the regime.
What? Why?
I think there's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, well,
From forces that have a lot of money, and also from ignorant future voters that he's afraid to lose.
like why? Nobody's gonna vote for him anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not gonna run the next one. Like,
That's
sorry.
true. That's true. I honestly hope that Rubio
actually take advantage of that. He does need,
Mhm.
but he does need to pass the half midterm elections.
I think that I hope that Rubio.
But like you need to take advantage of that and just nobody's gonna vote anyway. So just do what's needed. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the day that world leaders will start doing what's needed, the world will look completely differently. That's one of the things that I actually like about Trump, and I have criticism, but that he does seem to do what he says he does once, and he does seem to do what many just kind of don't even dare to talk about. Whether his motives are always pure or not, people can find that a valid reason to debate. But in general, no president before him did what they did to Maduro, to Iran, or even gave clear support to Israel to go and fight Hezbollah, which should be like a no-brainer. Go fight Iran, Hezbollah, Hamas, and all these things. It was a no-brainer. But a lot of leaders completely were so kind of twisted in politics that he came like fresh air into this world of politics, because he was just talking like a normal human in some aspects, compared to the politicians where we got so used that you can't trust anything they say, and they will never say they never do what they said. So Trump was very, very different in that aspect, and I'll give him respect for that.
Wait, there is another strike in Jerusalem.
Another one?
So what was? Wait.
Yeah, that's the one now. That's the one that I said now.
So now 6 were killed again. 6, same number, or am I imagining things?
No, that's different. Let me share it. Let me share it.
Okay.
Here, Shigurim Yerushalayim. I will stop sharing this, and we will start sharing that. Share screen. Yes, here we go. Can you see the screen, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's try the English auto spelling thing from Google. Launches across the country, 6 in the direct hit in Jerusalem. Alarms were activated in hundreds of communities across the country. 6 people were injured in a road attack in Jerusalem. Road attack.
Oh, Tzva Arav. Check it out.
Check what? Tzva Arzot Habrit. Yeah. The U.S. military said 3 soldiers were killed.
We started with. Is it?
U.S. Army's 3 soldiers killed and 5 seriously injured during the operation. A synagogue shelter was directly hit in Bet Shemesh, and 9 were killed in a disaster. The names of the 3 of them were allowed to be published. Oren Katz, Sarah Elimelech, and her daughter Ronit Elimelech. May they rest in peace.
Very fun.
All right. So yeah, it looks like Iranians are trying to go all out, and they're probably understanding that it's the end of the regime. And I want to wish everybody back home, stay safe, take care of yourself, be careful a little bit, especially if you live in places that, in Europe or other countries that are very, very lenient and inviting.
They're gonna do October 7th everywhere.
They're gonna what?
At some point, they're gonna do October 7th in every country.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'm not talking about like the Shiite axis.
No. I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, the Quran calls for it, so it's just a matter of time. And it's just a matter of time until they take it seriously. And not only that, they already take it seriously, that they actually find a way to do it.
And the scary thing is that like debates, and because it's not the first even generation, it's the second, third generations that go and read the book.
No. That's
The
what do you
second,
mean?
like, I mean
In the
that
West, the ones that are living in the West. Yeah,
yeah, like you so many times you have like the first generation like being one thing, right? Understanding where they came from, and then the second and third
It
generation.
just shows that they are far from assimilating. The
But you
fact
know what
that
it made me understand?
Hmm.
You know, like the commandment of Amalek.
Parashat Amalek, kilo? That's what you mean, or
Amalek. Because I always thought, like in my mind, does it
Oh
mean
my
the
God, you're
memory of
going
Amalek?
dark. You're going dark on us.
No.
Stop
But
talking.
here's what I think.
Yeah, I'm not
That
against it.
maybe
Just go ahead.
that maybe it's gonna sound weird, that maybe they should that one of the conditions should be that the families should never tell their children they were Muslims before, so that the memory
If that
would
will
go
happen,
away.
if let's say all Muslims right now will not tell their children that they were Muslims before, like through all
Yeah.
generations,
That would be the solution.
then you
That's
have
the
just
memory.
yeah. No one is getting killed. No one is getting killed. No one is getting exterminated.
Yeah.
Just all Muslims agreeing we're not going to teach Islam anymore to our children. This is what's going to happen. And I'm throwing numbers here, but I would just say 90% reduction in child marriage, maybe 99 even. 99% reduction in global terrorism. 95% reduction in crimes against women. Probably 97% reduction in sexual crimes against underage teenagers, girls, and boys. 87 to 93.3. 87 to 93.3. 87 to 93.3. No, sorry.
But you're
87
talking
to
Islam in general.
93.4 reduction in genocidal activity around the world. No, 87 to 93.774. Okay, I want to be
Mansour, though, let me, because right now what we're talking about sounds like it's impossible to do. But I want to emphasize, you know how I said like first generation knows exactly what they were like, and then the second doesn't, or third doesn't. What I mean is the first generation that went out of Islam should never tell their children that they were Muslim. Like, don't tell that was part of your family history. Like, you left. Like, what happens right now? It's like either like you know, like we're like not like a Muslim house that doesn't keep anything, or like we come from a Muslim background, right? Delete it. You didn't come from a Muslim background. You don't say it to your children that you came from a Muslim background, and you don't say that you like it's a Muslim household. And then the second generation is not gonna, like, the problem is that with the first generation that doesn't do anything, it's pig, right? It's bacon. And then the second generation does the jihad. Don't. You were never Muslim.
Yeah. Some people
like dig deeper in your history.
Some people here shared 90% less crimes against goats. Sorry, man. Last I've checked, it's going to be 92.7% less crimes against goats. Maybe even not. Actually, I'll safely say maybe 96%.
100%.
No. There's still some weirdos. I've seen some weirdos videos of people in Mexico and other places that did things to goats.
Okay.
But, you know, and no disrespect to Mexicans. I love Mexicans.
Ask ChatGPT.
I'm sure there was a one-off.
I ask ChatGPT that how much without like.
Go ask ChatGPT.
Like this is right. This is
why not? Ask ChatGPT. Yeah, but really, if that would have happened, I used to say it as the Thanos gloves analogy. I said, if you could grab the glove right now and make one religion disappear, not the people, you're not killing people, just the
Oh,
ideology
come on.
erased. No, no,
Fine.
no, wait, Rebecca, stop being warmonger right now. We don't need to kill anyone right now, okay? Stay with me. Just like
Not
this,
kidding.
a whole ideology and religion disappears. Not the people, just oh, never existed.
Yeah.
If you do that to the Jews, then we'll probably end up in a very bad place. The world will probably be in a very, very bad place, less educated, less free. Do that to the Christians, absolutely, the world will end up in a very bad place, less educated, because they went
If
and
you
spread.
do it to the Jews, you don't gonna get to Christians either.
Exactly. And if you do to the Christians, then Christianity would not spread around the world, which later on led to the Western world. Let's face it, the Western world is Christian. If you do it to Muslims, then slavery, child marriage, underage marriage, crimes against children, terrorism, genocidal of other minorities, it's all these things just disappear drastically. You've literally eliminated that from the world. We're talking about huge numbers. Percentage, jokes aside, more than 60-70% of these things that I just mentioned right now will disappear. So what does that tell you? I mean, why is it so hard to talk about it? Why do people need to be afraid? You're called an Islamophobe when you talk. Well, when that's the statistics, guys, when that is the statistics of what's happening around the world, then why should we be afraid of talking about it? Right? Not right?
No, I'm with you. Like
All answers are right?
I don't know. I think I'm like keeping quiet. We're keeping it in the child friend zone.
No. With you, we don't need to keep
Child
anything in the
child
chat friend zone.
friendly.
Yeah, with you, no. With you, we know already. I'm already ready to hear some things that will shock me. It's okay. Got used to talking to you. Well, anyway, guys, by the
You
way,
still talk to me with all of that? Amazing.
I love talking to you. You're a great
Yay.
conversation, and you're intelligent, and you are mind challenging, and you have no problem to call out cow poops, even if you don't agree with, and I really respect that. But I want to add one more thing to all the Israelis who are stuck in Europe. I've had a few of them, some of my friends who went to Europe to a bachelor party and other stuff and left their wives in Israel. And now they're stuck in Europe. They can't go back. And it's driving
They're not
them nuts.
like when they're gonna go back, they're gonna go back to their doom.
And yeah, they're gonna be so in trouble when they go back either way. No, but the thing is, like, yeah, a lot of people got stuck and they want to go back, but there's no flights. And I want to share with you guys, stay safe, stay strong. To the people in Israel, stay safe, stay strong. To the people in Iran, be safe, be courageous, be strong. Listen to the instructions. Donald Trump just shared really important instructions. Stay in your homes, let the job be done. There's going to be a lot of missiles landing, a lot of cow poop happening. Wait it out. And when all hell is finished in the streets, and Israel and America are done with the RCG, go and reclaim your country, please. Do not let this fall to the hand of other Islamic religious fanatics. Claim your country back and make it a secular country. That is literally the prayer that I have for the people in Iran. You don't get this opportunity every day. This is such a rare opportunity. Once in a lifetime, once in a few generations, you get this opportunity that people come and help you. And with all due respect, the world did not help the Jews during the Holocaust. They knew about it. They didn't. The world did not help the Druze when they were being massacred in Syria. Only Israel did. The world did not help the Iranians. Only Israel did, and then America joined. So let's be honest. This is what it means to be Ola Goyim, a light to the nations, and you don't get this every year. And I pray that you guys will go and reclaim back your country and make it great. And I am being a bit selfish here, because me and Rebecca and many others want to come and visit you guys and want to enjoy some sheshbeh. I want to play sheshbeh in Iran. You know the sheshbeh is Iranians, Persians.
Shachmat as well. You know that, like, yesterday, all I did all day is to look at tourist sites in Iran.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did in the shelter. I was like, oh, because it's also
no way.
Google, like, zooming in, is like, oh, interesting. It's like making it like a tourist plan.
Okay, so short answer, it's not originally Persian. It's much older, likely came from Iran from India, Mesopotamia, but it became deeply rooted in Persian culture. Fair enough.
To
He said,
Iran, India, Mesopotamia. That's like this. That's like it's the same cultures. It's like It's like probably it's several cultures together. It's probably started as one thing, and then another culture added a little bit. Everybody changed a little bit.
now Ranfield, can you tell us, is chess Persians? Chess was not originally Persian, but Persia played a major role in shaping and spreading it. All right.
So what does shaping mean?
What does what?
Shaping mean?
Shipping?
Means shaping. Shaping means they changed it a bit. Shaping.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that Persia had a big role. Okay, so most historians agree chess begins in India again. Good job, Indians. Good job. Good job. You guys brought a lot of good things. Around the 6th century as a game called Chaturanga. It then moved to Sasanian Persia, where it became Shatranji. That's how we call it in Arabic, Shatranji. Yeah, we say Shatranji. And the Islamic world, North Africa, Spain, the rest of Europe. Yeah. And Sheshbesh, for those of you who don't know, is backgammon. Some people know it as backgammon. So that's Sheshbesh. And Sheshbesh, from what I understand, means 5 and 6. And that's usually the numbers that you want to get in your first roll, because that will get your guy into safety. I just played chess today with my kid. I taught him how to play chess, and to encourage him to play with me, I told him that I'm probably the best player, not chess, Sheshbesh. I told him that I'm probably the best Sheshbesh player in Europe, which I might be. With all due respect, I'm pretty good at it. I thought I was really good until I got stuck in a bunker in the north with a Bedouin and a Druze trackers. And we had like 20 days under the snow covered in a bunker. And I played Sheshbesh against them, and they just completely humiliated me. And then I realized that you actually need to know to play the game. It's not only luck. And then I spent a long time playing with them until I reached to the point that I was as good as they are. And then I felt ready to go and face the rest of humanity. So I think I'm a pretty good Sheshbesh player, just saying.
I don't even know the rule.
My goodness. Why did I even waste my time explaining that to you? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
No, there is no child. There are people.
My God. When I go to Israel, we should meet, and I will teach you to play Sheshbesh.
Yes. Okay.
But until then,
let's go. It's just that's it. I also did like for the last like 20 minutes. Ever since you started munching on the M&Ms, I've been having fantasies on the munches I have at home that I also want to munch.
Yes, all right. I'm gonna eat another M&M just for you. But until the next time we have a show together, Rebecca, please watch Idiocracy. It doesn't take a long time. Just find a night, sit down, watch it, and then tell me how do you think about it. And anyone who didn't watch it here, go watch it. It's brilliant. You have any last words you want to share here in the video? That sounds really bad. Last words. You have anything you want to share?
Good night, and let's pray all together that we can sleep. I can sleep in my bed tonight and not in the shelter.
All of us should pray for that.
Yes.
That you can sleep in your bed. Okay? Everybody, let's close hands in prayer.
Amen.
Our Father in heaven, Heavenly Lord, we pray that Rebecca will have a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
And you keep her safe. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm going to be out of line here, but I'm going to add also the rest of the people in Israel and in Iran. But mostly Rebecca.
Fine.
Mostly her right now. Let her have a good night's sleep. Amen. All right. Yalla. Good night, everyone. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Go to Rebecca's channel as well. Give her the follows. Give her watch the content that she's making. She makes brilliant content. And go, and if you want to help support my channel or her channel, go and check. And I'm pretty sure we both have links that comes and says how to do that. Because after all, we are doing everything that we can to bring you the best content out there to help you get informed about what's happening, to keep combating anti-Semitism and the spread of lies in mainstream media. Until then, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. In general, just don't do anything that I would do. See you next time.